Welcome, everyone. If you have not yet received a copy of the BSW series workbook, please be sure to go ahead and grab one. If you're watching this online, there will be a link in the show notes where you can find 3 downloadable worksheets for today's presentation. While we're waiting for others to join us in this workshop, please take a look at the question on the screen. What's one marketing platform or tactic that you feel confident using and one that you want to improve? Go ahead and share your answers in the comments, and we'll get started in just a couple minutes. Okay, hello again, and thank you for joining me for today's workshop. We're gonna be covering the marketing basics, the 4 Ps of for small businesses. This is the 7th of 12 modules in the Bespoke Startup Workshop series. And this series has been strategically designed for aspiring entrepreneurs, influencers, and early stage business owners who want a step by step roadmap that explains exactly how to launch your first or subsequent business the right way, vastly improving your chances of success. While we're waiting to get started, let's go ahead and share your answer to the question on the screen. What's one marketing platform or tactic you feel confident using and one that you want to improve? Today's presentation is sponsored by Coleman Tanner Small Business Consulting, your source for strategic business solutions. Welcome to workshop number 7 of the Bespoke Startup series. Today, we're diving into marketing basics and exploring a timeless framework that still works wonders, the 4 Ps. As a startup founder, you don't need to know everything about becoming a marketing guru overnight, but you do need to have a clear and simple way to communicate your value and reach the right clients. That's what this session is all about. We're calling this one Make It Known, Make It Sold. Simple marketing that works. Because your offer might be amazing, but if no one hears about it, crickets. It won't grow. By the end of this workshop, you'll know how to position your offer using the 4 Ps: product, price, place, and promotion. Identify where your clients hang out and start showing up in ways that feels natural and not salesy. Whether marketing is your strong suit or your stress zone, I promise that this will be practical, empowering, and doable. So grab your worksheet, buckle up, and let's build a brand that's not just visible, but valuable. Welcome to workshop number 7 of the Bespoke Startup. All right, buckle up because we're going to take a quick trip into Clayton's life when he is about to discover that even the best offers need a spotlight. Clayton has his value proposition nailed down. His brand message was clear, and his first few clients were loving the results. But soon he faced a new problem: how to get in front of more of the right people without feeling pushy or salesy. He realized marketing wasn't about convincing people, it was about connecting with people who already needed what he had to offer. Today's session is about what Clayton and every successful founder must learn. You don't need to be everywhere, you need to be where it counts. In this session, you're going to learn how to understand the classic 4 Ps of marketing and apply them to your business. To clarify where and how to position your offer, and you're going to learn how to choose simple, effective channels for attracting your first 10 to 20 clients. Let's begin. Now, my lawyer, that would be me, would tells me that I have to share this disclaimer up front so that I comply with federal and state law. This workshop provides general information and insights for educational purposes only. It is not intended to be, nor should it be construed as legal or financial advice. The information presented is not a substitute for professional advice tailored to your specific circumstances. You should consult with a qualified legal, financial, or other licensed professional advisors before making any decisions based on the information provided in this workshop. We make no warranties or guarantees regarding the success, profitability, or other outcomes resulting from the application of any information that you learn in this workshop. Participants are solely responsible for their own actions, decisions, and consequences thereof. Reliance on any information provided in this workshop is at your own risk. We disclaim any and all liability for any errors, inaccuracies, or omissions in the information provided, as well as any losses or damages that may arise from the reliance on this information. Please consult with your own legal and financial advisors to ensure that the information presented in this workshop is appropriate for your specific needs in your specific situation. Thank you. Okay, before we proceed, here's a few housekeeping rules. We want for everyone to have a pleasant experience, and the way that we do that is to avoid having disruptive behavior in the comments section on this workshop, since this is an online presentation. And one more thing about the suspension of debate. While it's a good idea to test and to debate ideas, given the limited time available and the space that's available for this workshop, we're not going to be engaging in challenges during the workshop, but you're encouraged to challenge these ideas on your own after the workshop. Let's make this a positive and engaging experience for everyone, whether present now or in the future. Thank you. Okay, before we proceed, again, I'd like to take a minute to properly introduce myself and the backstory behind the Bespoke Startup Workshop series. I fairly recently co-authored this book using open source AI. You may have heard of it. It's called ChatGPT. To write this book called The Bespoke Startup, a business incubator guide for aspiring entrepreneurs. Afterwards, I self-published it on Amazon, where you can find it. The ebook version is only 99 cents, very affordable. And then I began to create a series of workshops to teach these concepts on YouTube. And hopefully, maybe someday in the future, I'll be teaching them in person at some workshops in either hotel conference rooms or at chambers of commerce around the country, maybe around the world, hopefully. But the goal of this series is to give entrepreneurs like you information, influencers included, on information that I wish I had when I was first launching my very first business back in the day. On the next slide, I'd like to share just a little bit of background information about my company and what we do. So inside of Coleman Tanner Enterprises, there's 3 different branches. We have Coleman Tanner Realty, Coleman Tanner Financial, and Coleman Tanner Small Business Consulting. Our mission overall is to provide small business owners with the guidance that they need to successfully launch, scale, and sell their businesses using micro M&A growth strategies and private equity funding, preferably as your to achieve exit multiple arbitrage, so that you can retire with a nice golden parachute and obtain the pinnacle of financial freedom, time and money freedom. At Coleman Tanner Realty, we specialize in helping entrepreneurs acquire and sell businesses. At Coleman Tanner Financial, that's where we handle most of the back office stuff like bookkeeping, payroll, tax planning, business valuation, financial management, advisory services. I also do social media management. It's technically under the Entrefluential Training Company, specifically under Entrefluential Media Productions. And then we also provide business coaching sessions weekly and monthly. Also at Coleman Tanner Consulting, well, that's where the consulting services come in, but we also do things like entity formation, corporate regulatory compliance monitoring, and legal advisory services, so that we make sure that your business is compliant with the law, and also give you tips on structuring your contracts and so forth. And we specialize in developing a bespoke micro M&A strategy so that you can quantum leap your business to a higher level of entrepreneurship, which is the enterprise level, so that your company becomes a fast-growing gazelle, which is nomenclature for a fastly growing company. And the end game is to help place you in a position that you can sell your business within 3 to 7 years, so that you can have time and money freedom to do whatever it is that you want to do next, whether that be to launch another business, travel around the world with your family, and everything that you can imagine in between all that. At the Entrefluencer Training Company, which is sponsoring this video, we guide startup entrepreneurs through the pre-launch foundation stages of ideation, validation, branding, market research, and crafting an itemized launch plan, your business plan, as well as provide you with marketing tips and done for your marketing services, as well as recommendations for back office tools for the DIY people out there, and how to set up your customer support so that you can provide stellar customer service to your clients, and everything else from the requirements necessary for a proprietary small business. And we use something called the Small Business Improvement Matrix as a proprietary card that I created in order for you to look and see where it's actually a quiz as well, where you can measure yourself and see what your strengths and weaknesses are in your business. And when you're firing all pistons, you'll think of the Small Business Improvement Matrix as like your mission control panel. When everything's working fine, all your engines are firing, this will help your company quantum leap to the highest level for a successful exit at the highest exit multiple. The Bespoke Startup Workshop series is for aspiring entrepreneurs, influencers, startup founders, and early stage small business owners. Now, I'd like for you to take out a sheet of paper. We're going to do a quick little self-assessment, and you're going to divide this sheet into 3 different columns. In column 1, you're going to draw a 1 at the top, just like you can see on the screen. In column 2, you'll draw a 2, and in column 3, you'll draw a 3. And then I'd like you to answer the following question by giving yourself a rating from 1 to 5 in the first column, with 1 being a low score, like an F in grade school, and 5 being a top score, like an A in grade school. The first question is, how well do you know the 4 P's of marketing? If you have a sound idea, give yourself a 5. If you have no idea, give yourself a 1. And if you kind of know, give yourself a rating between 2 and 4. Now I want you to do the same thing for column 2. The second question is, how well do you know where your customers hang out? If you know very well, give yourself a 5. If you have no idea where your customers hang out, give yourself a 1. And if you're somewhere in the middle, you're kind of familiar, but you're not 100% sure, give yourself a rating between 2 and 4. Our third and final question is this: how good are you at creating authentic promotional content? If you're great at it, give yourself a 5. If you have no idea how to do this promotional content, give yourself a 1. And if you're experimenting with this, go ahead and give yourself a rating somewhere between 2 and 4. Welcome to part 1 of today's workshop, the 4 P's of marketing, simplified. Whether you're launching your very first offer or refining an existing one, this foundational framework will help you clarify what you're really selling, how you price it, where customers can discover you, and how to communicate your value. In this session, we're going to break down the 4 pillars: product, price, place, and promotion, and show you how to apply them right now to your business. Get ready to create your very own 4P snapshot and walk away with more clarity and confidence than ever before. Let's get started. Welcome to part 1 of today's workshop. Okay, so before we move on to presentation number 1, I just want to say that the self-assessment is not intended to criticize you or your unclear ideas, but rather it aims to illuminate ways for you to refine your business concepts. Keep in mind that a successful business is one that stands out. All right, the 4 P's. The 4 P's are the marketing quartet of product, price, place, and promotion. Product. What's the showstopper on your shelf? Price. What's the tag and what's the story behind it? Place. Where's the treasure map leading to your goods? Promotion. How are you shouting it out from the rooftops? Now meet the 3 M's of marketing: message, to market, match. In a nutshell, marketing is like being a matchmaker, aligning your message with your market right at the moment that they're shouting, "Hey, I want that," or "I need that." And that concludes our first mini presentation. Next up, we're going to have a short hands-on activity that will take this lesson from conceptual to practical. We're going to create a 4-piece snapshot. Let's get started. Okay, roll up your sleeves and answer the following questions for your 4-piece snapshot. Here's the game plan. You need to get clear on your current or your planned offer. Write down your product, the price you're going to offer it at, the place you're going to promote it, and what type of promotion are you going to use in order to get people to pay attention. Let's get the show on the road. Pause the video now to complete this activity. And as soon as you're done, hit the play button and we'll move forward. Okay, let's check back in with Clayton and see how he did on this activity. For Clayton's compass, hit activity number 1, the 4-piece snapshot, Clayton outlined the following details. For product, he wrote down 90-minute brand clarity session and messaging blueprint. The price that he came up with for this 90-minute consultation is $750. The places that he plans to promote this offer are Instagram, LinkedIn, and through his referral network, his sphere of influence, which he'll probably do through email and text message marketing. The promotion. His promotion is content focused on personal branding, supplemented by direct message outreach. Well done, Clayton. All right, my friends, it's time for us to move on to our second mini presentation. Now that we've clarified your 4 Ps, let's talk about where your customers already hang out. In part 2, we're going to explore how to choose the right marketing channels so you're not shouting it into the void, but speaking directly to your ideal clients. Whether it's Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook groups, or live events, the key is to focus your energy where it counts. We'll wrap up with a hands-on activity to help you build your own channel focus plan. You'll leave this section knowing where and how to show up. Now that we've clarified your 4 Ps. All right, so in this second presentation, before we go any further, I just want to say that you can think about marketing like this. You want to go where your audience is, go where they are. You want to find out what they want and then give them what they want. It's that simple. Okay, so where are they? Your perfect clients might be hanging out in LinkedIn, which is the playground for B2B pros, coaches, and consultants. Instagram is the creative hub, buzzing with solopreneurs. Facebook groups are more of a cozy corner for small business owners and hobby buffs. And think about local networking events. They're great for industry-specific mingling and B2B powwows. Then there's your local chamber of commerce, a B2B connection central. Then I want you to consider BNI, which is Business Networking International, and Toastmasters, because those are your referral rendezvous spots. So, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to pick 1 to 2 main channels to start with. Master them before you expand. Run a channel fit test. Are your ideal clients active there? Can you consistently show up on a platform for the next 3 to 6 months? Because consistency is key in marketing. For our next hands-on activity, we are going to create a channel focus plan. Are you ready? Let's get started. First up, I want you to choose 1 to 2 main marketing channels based on where your ideal client avatar, your ICA, hangs out. That could be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok, Snapchat. You decide. 2 of them, 1 to 2. Next, you're going to brainstorm 3 different types of posts or touch points that you can create so that you can connect with your ideal clients. All right, go ahead and pause the video, fill in these two questions, and when you're done, hit the play button and we'll move forward. All right, let's check back in with Clayton's compass to see where his entrepreneurial journey is leading him and us. Okay, for Clayton's channel focus, he plans to zero in on his primary and secondary channels, as well as define his content ideas for each one of these. For his primary channel, Instagram, he plans on creating mostly posts and stories. For LinkedIn, his secondary channel, he plans to work on establishing his authority via articles and broaden his sphere of influence via connection requests. To get more attention, he's going to deploy disruption marketing, such as before and after brand message examples. And lastly, to influence prospects, he'll share client success stories and storytelling posts. All right, my friends, we're at crunch time, and we're going to move on to the exhilarating conclusion of today's mini presentation trilogy: promotion that feels authentic. Welcome to part 3, promotion that feels authentic. This is where we shift from pressure-based selling to sharing stories, delivering value, and building trust. You don't have to go viral to win at marketing. Instead, I'll show you how to stay consistent, be yourself, and attract clients with content that actually connects. Then we'll jump into a fun 7-day marketing content sprint, so you'll leave with a week's worth of post ideas that you can use immediately. Let's begin. Welcome to part 3. All right. Welcome to our third mini presentation of the day: promotion that feels authentic. Share, don't sell. Okay, it's time to start thinking of marketing in a new light. Let's go from sales pitches to edutainment, education and entertainment combined. Here's 3 things to keep in mind when you think of marketing. Number 1, effective marketing is storytelling. Number 2, effective marketing is educating your audience. And number 3, effective marketing is demonstrating the transformation that will get your audience from where they are to where they want to be. And you can do that through demonstrating an experience. Here's a few content ideas. Number 1, client wins. Number 2, do-it-yourself problem-solving tips. Number 3, personal stories about what you do. And number 4, simple calls to action that guide your audience on how to work with you. Remember, consistency is greater than complexity, and authenticity is greater than algorithms. So be yourself, be your true self, and be consistent. Show up every week. Try to set up a routine. Like I'm trying to abide by, and I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to abide by a workshop Wednesday every week, workshop Wednesday, and then student Saturdays for my podcast, for our podcast. Sorry, Sebastian, our podcast. All right. So for our final activity for the day, we're going to create that 7-day marketing content sprint to get you in action, because you need to take massive imperfect action. Remember, I'm from Miami, MIA, massive imperfect action. And that's going to get you running, because if you make a mistake, that's fine. You're going to fail forward. You got to get some momentum. Momentum is everything in business. You got to get moving. So let's take some massive action right now. So we're going to create a 7-day content sprint, and I've already crafted a simple framework for you to use. You can adopt this one, or you can make modifications as you wish. So let's take a look on the screen here. We've got day 1, share a story. Day 2, share a tip, right? Hey, do this in your business. Day 3, an offer reminder. Give them an offer reminder, whatever your offer is. Hey, I've got a discount on my course. It's normally $333. Today it's only $33. Take advantage of this because it's going away next week. something like that. Day 4, share a myth-busting post about whatever it is that you specialize in. Number 5, take them behind the scenes and show them what's going on in your business. And day 6, share a testimonial from a client or give them a quote from an expert to help build authority. And in day 7, post an open-ended question or a poll or survey to gather more information about your audience and get them engaging with your content. So now it's time for you to get granular. What are you going to say in each post? Remember, you can use ChatGPT to help you draft your post content. Very great for scripting. So think about what you're going to do. Are you going to do a long form video? Are you going to do a short form video, post, Instagram? What's your preference? Do you prefer video? Do you prefer sharing images? You can create amazing images using Canva. You can create amazing videos using Canva as well. I'm using Canva right now to create this presentation. So think about whether you're going to include a video or a photo in your shares, and think about whether or not you're going to get on camera. I highly recommend that you get comfortable getting on camera. Just rehearse, record. Record yourself while you're rehearsing so you can see it and catch yourself on the errors so you can get better. So here's a pro tip. You can repurpose the same content strategy each week, but vary the details. So go ahead and pause the video and work on this activity. And then when you're done, hit play so we can resume this workshop. See you in a few. All right, we're going to check back in one last time with Clayton to see what he discovered in activity number 3 and what his next steps are going to be. All right, so as you can see, he wrote down the title for each post, an action worth repeating. So wink, wink, hint, hint. It looks like he has included a personal story, a tip, a call to action, a mythbuster, a personal photo to bolster his authenticity and authority, client wins for social proof, and a poll to get his audience to raise their hands and self-identify as his ideal client avatars, his customers, ideal customers. All right, there you have it. You can screenshot this so you can use it for yourself and modify it so that it fits your personality and your business. And that concludes our third activity for the day. And that really wraps up our workshop number 7. So thank you all for joining me for today's Bespoke Startup Workshop. Here's a concise summary of the key takeaways from this lesson. Number 1, your product, price, place, and promotion should feel coherent. Number 2, pick 1 or 2 channels and show up consistently. And remember that authenticity, being your true self, is greater than algorithms. So forget about the algorithms. Don't worry about going viral. Just let your content work its magic on its own. And number 3, you want to share, teach, and invite. Don't just show up to sell. So here's your homework going forward. I want you to complete your 4P worksheet, commit to doing your 7-day marketing sprint, and get ready for workshop number 8, where we'll be learning how to set up shop, the tools, the systems, and basic operations to run your business. Now it's your turn to ask me questions. Feel free to chime away in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I receive them. And that's a wrap for our workshop. A huge thank you for being part of the fun today. Before you dash off, let me drop my contact info so that you can snag more goodies like this in the future, or you can get in touch with me if you fancy teaming up. Here's my contact info. I'd be thrilled if you pass this information along to anybody who you think would benefit from this content, any aspiring entrepreneurs and influencers out there that might benefit from this info. And I wish you all epic wins on your entrepreneurial adventure, and I look forward to seeing you inside of our BSW number 8 workshop. Lastly, please accept my heartfelt thank you for inviting me into your home, your office, or your mobile device to facilitate this workshop for you. I truly appreciate the opportunity to serve you as a business broker, a legal and financial advisor, a business consultant, but most importantly as an educator, which I love the most. And I look forward to collaborating with you all again in the very near future. Take care and God bless you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye for now.